Hello, internet friends. I'm Laurel, and I'm going to show you what I eat in a day on WW. For breakfast, I have the same thing every day for like 2 years. Spoiler, it's protein coffee. So this time, in my coffee, I have 2 pumps of Jordan Skinny Syrups in the caramel pecan. I don't notice the pecan, but the caramel is really good. I also do a tablespoon of Trader Joe's instant cold brew. I'm out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I guess I could go to the store and get some, but I add water to the instant cold brew and stir it up, then put some ice in the cup and add Ensure Max protein in the vanilla flavor. This is 2 points. It has quite a bit of vitamins and minerals on the back, which makes me feel like it's a little bit better for me than Premier Protein, and 1 point less than Premier Protein vanilla. Tastes just as good. But before I add this to my coffee, I'm gonna make my oats this morning, and I will show you how I do that. This is future editing Laurel. I don't know what happened, but everything that I filmed with my vlogging camera is out of focus. So sorry about that. Half of this video is gonna be blurry. First, I start by measuring out my protein shake. I like to use 1/3 cup in my oats. I also add 1 pump of whatever syrup goes in my coffee. And a little bit of extract flavoring. I'm using coconut today. Give it a good shimmy. Next, we add the oats. I do about 1/3 cup of oats. I'm just eyeballing it since oats are 0 points for me. As long as it's close, I am fine. And then I add 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, which is 0 points. Give it a bit of a swirl. It doesn't need to be stirred too much. It all kind of absorbs just fine if you don't want to dirty up any silverware. I let this sit in my fridge until lunch, so it sits about 4 hours. This is 0 points for me because I count my protein shake with my coffee in the morning, and I don't count the oats because I've already counted it in my coffee. So 0, and I will have this with lunch. So my breakfast is 2 points. So I wanted to talk about my non-scale victories this week. Being in weight maintenance for about a year now, I don't chase scale victories anymore. Relying on scale victories can be extremely discouraging because weight maintenance, you're up and down all the time. So I heavily rely on non-scale victories to keep me motivated. And even then, sometimes it can be pretty hard because you don't get non-scale victories all the time. So my biggest non-scale victory this week, and honestly, my biggest non-scale victory from like the past 6 months, has been me starting to exercise. I do not like activity. I've been a member of the gym before, and I went like twice and then stopped going, but like kept paying for it. This time we joined the local YMCA as a family with the intention to go swimming because it's Pennsylvania. It gets very cold. But we joined it because I realized that I'm at the point in my weight loss journey where I would like to tone the muscle that I have uncovered from losing fat. And let me just say, it is not toned at all. So I started going to the gym. This will be week 2 of me going to the gym. And I went 4 times a week last week, and it was awesome. So normally over lunchtime, I eat lunch in my car and watch YouTube. But I've decided to switch things around a little bit and go to the gym 3 times during the week over lunch for 30 minutes so that I can get back in time and get back to work. And having meals prepped makes that possible. And then I go on Saturday before or after my workshop. We've also decided we're going to start going swimming on Friday evenings. So I don't know how to count that because I'm not a good swimmer and I don't like actively swim. I just chase my 5-year-old around the pool so that he's not too far away from me. That has been huge. So I'm very, very proud of myself. I've been feeling really good. A few weeks ago, I started doing activity using a video game called Ring Fit Adventure on the Nintendo Switch. It's a lot of fun, and it's definitely full body, but I can do it at home. But what I really want to work on for myself is weight training and muscle building. I'm not intending to be like super ripped because I don't think that I could. I'm not. I'm not motivated enough to become super ripped. But I do want to build muscle. I've got the food under control. I walk enough to not be sedentary. But muscle. I need the muscle. And I know I'm going to have to work a little bit harder than other people because I am 40. I've also had a baby. So things just don't sit the same way as they used to. So huge non-scale victory for me. So my star goal this week is to actually start wearing my watch and tracking my workouts. So I did that yesterday. My 30-minute strength building workout only got me 1 point. So I don't know why I was so afraid to track my activity points because I worked really hard and I earned 1 point. I'm not particularly interested in doing cardio. I absolutely hate it. And if I don't like doing something, there is really nothing that can motivate me to do it. I'm not going to do cardio. Nope. But I really like lifting. And I don't really lift. I use machines. And I only use 6 machines because those are the only ones that I know how to use. So I have scheduled an appointment with a personal trainer. We have a personal trainer at our local Y and we get a free consultation. So I've scheduled that and I'm going to work with a personal trainer. Maybe they can help me learn how to use all the other machines and tell me the things that I need to do to meet my goals that are realistic for me and realistic for my time frame. I am not interested in doing anything that takes longer than 30 minutes because that's all I have. So that brings me to something that I want to remind everyone who is following WW or just watching my videos. Do the things that you have time for. If you don't have time for an hour workout, just do what you have time for. And I've had a huge problem with this. I used to think that if I couldn't do a half an hour, nothing is worth it. And that's not true. So if you only have 10 minutes or even 5 minutes, any activity is better than no activity. And I really wish I can convince myself of that also. So I'm saying this to my internet friends who can hopefully remind me sometime that I don't have to do it all. I can just do a little bit, and a little bit is still good. So I'm going to get back to work. I've got a lot to do. As always, I sound like a broken record. I have a lot to do. It's a super busy day today. It will always be a super busy day when you manage an IT support department. It has been such a busy day that I don't have any B-roll. So we're just going into lunch. First, I have a salad. It's a 3-cup salad that consists of romaine lettuce and cucumbers and spinach. And I put a 1/4 cup of G. Hughes sugar-free honey mustard dipping sauce. A 1/4 cup of this sauce is 1 point. So my salad is technically net -2. Next for lunch is a chicken burger with a sunny side up egg. For the chicken burgers, I actually made 3. And I used 1 pound of ground chicken breast, half a packet of onion soup mix, a little bit of A1 steak sauce, a little bit of barbecue sauce, a little bit of ketchup, and an egg. So for me, that comes out to about 0. My fried egg on top is also 0. So my protein for lunch today is 0. Next is my oatmeal, which I showed you this morning. This is also 0. And for my little dessert, I have a golden kiwi. I didn't realize these existed, and these are delicious. The golden kiwis taste a bit like a cross between a kiwi and a pear. Can't forget silverware. And my energy drink. I still drink just 1 of these a day. So in total, my lunch is -2.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Going Can't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life.
It is incredibly unlike me to be so busy that I can't track. I have been so bad at tracking today, so I'm going to make sure that I do that before I decide what's for dinner, because going into dinner not knowing what's been tracked is a dangerous game. And apparently I was so busy that I forgot that I did track. The only thing that I ate today that was really pointed was my sugar-free honey mustard sauce. Okay, gotta love these days. So we decided to go to Hershey Park this evening, which means Matt is picking up Benny and I feeding the pets and heading out. But I have to figure out what I want to eat. So I've got a lot of points to play with, and a couple vlogs ago, you saw that we went to Hershey Park, and I always like to get pretzels. So I'm going to make sure that I save at least 12 points for a pretzel, because I like them a lot. They're my favorite thing there. So I'm going to pre-track my pretzel. I like to track these as Auntie Anne's pretzels because they're about the same size and they taste exactly the same. So we'll pre-track that, which leaves me 11 points to play with for dinner, which is more than enough. So let's see what I have to choose from. I've settled on bacon cheddar quesadillas. I'm starting with 4 street tacos on my griddle. These are the La Banderita Carb Counter Street Tacos. These were a find from one of the members in my WW workshop. She found these at Walmart. They're actually 4 for 1 point, and then if you get 5, it's 3 points. WW math is weird, but 1 tortilla is 0. If you ever want a tiny little snack, but 1 tortilla is 0, 4 tortillas is 1 point. So each of these 2 tortillas has 2 tablespoons of Velveeta shreds. That's 1 point for each. And 1 tablespoon of bacon pieces on each tortilla. So that's 1 point each for those. Next, I'm going to put the hats on top and then carefully try to flip them without making a mess. Sorry I didn't show you because I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it. But I flipped them. So I'm going to let these melt a little bit while I get the rest of my stuff ready. I have the heat set to medium, so I'm going to go get the rest of my stuff ready and hopefully it'll be melted.
Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better.
I was going to cut them in half, but they're a little crispy. I may have left them on a bit too long. But this is a really low point light dinner. I'm not super hungry because I had a late lunch, but the tortillas are 1 point. The cheese is 2 points and the bacon is 2 points. So my 2 quesadillas are 5 points.
I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
So here at the park, say hi to Matt, my husband, whom I've talked about but don't show much. Nothing personal, really. So in lieu of the pretzel, I've changed my mind, untracked the pretzel, and tracked the Pitaya bowl. So for these, I do not track the fruit because it's 0, and I also don't track the blended base because I'm not drinking it, I'm chewing it. And since it's frozen, it takes me a while to chew it. So for this bowl particularly, I only count the granola, about a half a cup of granola for 7 points, and the honey, about a tablespoon of honey drizzled on top, and that's 5 points. So my bowl is 12 points, which was the same as the pretzel. So now I still have 6 points.
Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, you don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder.
Matt, Craig, and I all call this Heart Attack Hill. I think a lot of other Hershey Park fans call this Heart Attack Hill. But now that I've lost my weight and have kept the weight off, I no longer dread this hill. It is a little harder when you're pushing a 50-pound toddler, though. This whole area is a valley, so the hill coming into it is steep, and the hill leaving it is steep, and it's so much better now that I have a bit more fitness and a lot less weight to carry up and down it. I actually don't avoid it actively anymore.
Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no gloves. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder.
So I did end my evening the way I expected to, with pretzel nuggets. I tracked these as Auntie Anne's pretzel nuggets, and in order to save some points for both of us, Matt and I split them, and I just knocked them all on the floor. We each got 5. So I'm tracking this as Auntie Anne's pretzel nuggets. The default is 16 ounces, so I cut that in half. So I tracked it as 8 ounces of Auntie Anne's pretzel nuggets, which comes out to 7 points. So at the end of the day, I have eaten 27 points. If we remember, I added 3 points to my budget at lunch. So I am ending my day at 27. Thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a like and hit the subscribe button. And I will see you again next time. Bye!